I'm testing the microphone. Test, test, test. I'm testing the microphone. Test, test, test. All right, the microphone works. Live from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, Founders Plaza, it's Runway DFW back here after a more than 3-month hiatus. Good morning, Walt here with you. We have a very minimal configuration today as far as our setup goes, just 2 cameras, 1 microphone, no ATC, no music, no mixer. I don't even have headphones on. This is just more or less a proof of life video. The fact that Founders Plaza is open again. Founders Plaza, as you may know, is the official plane spotting location for Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. It's been closed since mid-October because of they were doing some work just over on the other side of the temporary fence, which is still here because they're still apparently doing work on it, but they flattened it out or leveled it out a little bit. It's going to be hard to see until we get some light, and I don't know how long we're going to be here because we have this constant drizzle here, and so I didn't want to set up a lot of equipment for that. But welcome, I'm glad you're here. And also, it's a very hazy, foggy morning. It's north flow, so we can't really see much of anything, which is, you know, not the best for our purposes, but we're just glad we're here. Robert Chestokovich says, as long as you're there, Walt, celebrations. Well, thank you. Let me see if we can make that scale that a little down there. Okay. I'm gonna have to remember to turn those messages off again. Let's see, we have to put in our location and clock. Put in the blue meatball because it's almost daybreak. Not quite. And here's the thing, I don't know how long we're going to be here this morning. As I said, it's a very threatening situation. Jane Welshie Lady saying hello, where it is now almost tea time in the UK. Very glad to have you with us. Owen 84 says, great to be back at DFW. Patrick Hooters, happy to see you back at DFW. And Peaker 92, yeah, so proof of life of Founders Plaza. It still is here. Because of our camera setup, I can't really show you too terribly much. I think I see only one other car here currently, over yonder. Because I don't know if the word is out yet, but looking around, I don't see any other really big changes here. Physically, everything else is the same. Don't see any bathrooms added. Don't see any new canopies. Physically, as far as Founders Plaza goes, everything is pretty much the same. Still a beacon up there of light. UPS still over there. I do see an Atlas airplane. Let me see if we can get that in sight. So I have something to look at. So there that is. Atlas Air, I'm assuming, is filling in or has been contracted by UPS to help fill the gap of the MD-11s, which are currently still out of service. Jane says there's a TUI Dreamliner due to take off at Cardiff soon, going to Bridgetown for the cruise ships. That's lovely. The Adventures of Gibby, good morning. Walton Crew, glad to see Founders Plaza open for spotters. And as we were telling you last night, let's see, here's Brandon Rabbit. He's up early. Hello, Brandon. Sean said, I'm glad they went ahead and opened it up for us. Yeah, the original date we had for Founders Plaza reopening was tomorrow, the 24th of January. We got word yesterday from the airport that, yeah, it's going to be open. And I pulled in this morning at 6 a.m., or just after 6 a.m., and there were no barriers, no gates. Everything was wide open, no sign. They had flashing signs and lots of cones and barriers to keep people out, and everything was just, come on in today. No ceremony or anything, just us. Now I'm seeing a plane here. I don't know if this is coming our way. We're in North Flow. This looks like American Flight 2516, a Dreamliner, 7879, just coming in from Maui. So we didn't get to see it land because the conditions are not ripe for us to see any planes landing today. And I don't know if we're going to be able to see anything taking off during our short visit with you. So this will be, well, I don't know where it's going to be headed as far as where its parking space is. But that is our first look at a wide-body jet in several weeks since we've been to Houston. Optimistic Mountain Landscape, where did that go? Good morning from the Green Valley of Arizona. Good to see you with us. And yeah, Beaker and Honeydew, that did use the entire run. We usually don't see them come down this far. But that one did do that. I guess it's now on its way over, well, I can't tell. Maybe it's going over to the east side. Maybe that's why. The conditions are such that we can't see either the east tower or the west tower. So the ceiling is pretty low. You can just barely see over to the terminals. Scripted Crit says yes, Founders Plaza officially open. And MRI says what an outstanding number of Runway DFW fans are online this morning. Well, I'm glad to see you here. I know a lot of people, this is the biggest question we've been getting in recent months is when is Founders Plaza going to reopen again? There's Ms. Wolf 13. Hello to you. Good to see you as well. And it is great to be back at DFW. And well, here's the situation weather-wise. Well, first of all, my personal situation is such that even if weather was perfect today, I couldn't be with you beyond 9 a.m. I think we're going to have to pack it up sooner than that because there's not a lot for us to see. due to the weather conditions, which are only going to worsen today. We are on the cusp of a winter storm. There's a winter storm warning for all of North Texas and Oklahoma. Over the next couple of days, the temperatures are going to dip down into the single digits Fahrenheit. Starting, I think, late tonight or later this afternoon, we're going to start to see rain. Well, we got rain already. We'll have freezing rain. Then we will have sleet. I think it's in that order. Maybe it's the other way around. And then snow finally. DFW Aviation just woke up right now. Great news that DFW is opening. And of course, the airport has been open the whole time we've been away from it, but it's Founders Plaza, which is the official plane spotting location, which is now been reopened. As you can see on this shot, the temporary fence still in place. Now it's, I believe that will be coming down at some point once they finish up the work they've been doing on the other side of the fence to remediate the soil. Now if we look over here, you can see a manhole cover or a manhole, and that used to be the level at which the soil was. Now I don't know if they're going to build it back up to that level or if they're going to lop off the top of that manhole opening and even it out. Don't have any idea about that. So we've had another plane landing. Or is this taking off? Can't tell. No, it's going across the runway. So I think that's probably flight 1658 coming in from Austin, Texas, a 737-800. Just landed way down there on runway 31 left, which is what we're overlooking today. There's Honor Wimbrey. Get ready for the winter storm. We are ready for it, and you know, unfortunately, because of the winter storm, we won't be here for the next few days because it's just it's a little bit well, I live about 50 miles that way, where there's going to be, and betwixt here and there is going to be ice, snow, sleet, roads are going to be frozen over. I'm not going to drive in that. So that's the name of that. So it may be after this broadcast, it may be a few days before we see you again. MR Rice wonders if all runways, taxiways, and tarmac have been treated for sleet and snow. Well, I know that the roads here in North Texas, at least the highways, all appear to have been de-iced, at least as far as brine is concerned. They put a solution of brine down on the highways to mitigate any possible ice problems. Mike Reef says, good morning, everyone. Please stay safe this weekend for those who are in the path of the winter storm. Ascending Dragon 1, the official American Eagle pilot of Runway DFW. Good morning to you. Greetings and felicitations on this fine, foggy morning. And he's glad to see us back at Founders Plaza. Thank you, AD1. Our friend Josh Aldrich from way up there in Oklahoma, which is going to get a pretty good dose of this winter storm. He says, howdy and welcome to Runway DFW, live from Founders Plaza. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the planes. Well, we're not going to see too many planes, I don't think, because of the conditions, at least right now. Daniel Bastion is getting a foot of snow from this storm. And Daymark, this is the big airport in Texas. So let's see if we can find a plane that's taking off. Delta Flight 1276 to Minneapolis, St. Paul. An Airbus A220 is poised for takeoff down to the end of runway, did I say 36 left. This camera's getting wet. So we'll see what we can see. Heath Shelton says the perfect quote-unquote storm: sleet, snow, ice, north winds blow, south winds blow, typhoons, hurricanes, earthquakes. So let's see how much we can see here. Again, this is a minimal broadcast as far as our production values go. Only 2 cameras instead of 3 or 4. No music. No ATC, unless other than what you can hear in the background on the speakers here at Founders Plaza. And we're looking for a Delta Airbus A220 somewhere down there. That's not it, that's a car. Well, we're going to see, I think, we're going to try to see American Flight 34, 7879, coming in from Auckland, New Zealand. It's making its final approach at this time, so we'll try to bring you the distant view of that. I think the Delta flight is rolling. Is that it? No, that's a plane that just landed. I believe it's an American Eagle plane that just landed. Oh yes, Optimistic Mountain Landscape. They have de-icing here. The facility is pretty much out of our sight. We might be able to see it if it were clearer, but it's pretty far from us. It's south of Terminal D. At least, and they may have another site on the east side. They probably do, but I know about where the one is here on the west side. Okay, so let's see if we can find Flight 34 coming in from Auckland. It's going to be in this direction somewhere, coming out of the fog. There it is. It just appeared. So our first arrival since we've been back, just a little before 7 a.m. when we had intended to come on, but I decided since we were ready to go and since I wasn't sure how long we'd be able to stay, I thought, why not just switch things on? So the landing spot down there is probably about, I think, about 2 miles away from where we are. Certainly more than 1.5 miles. So a big welcome to our friends from down under. The Auckland flight, I believe, is a seasonal operation for American Airlines. It doesn't operate in the summertime here. Unless they've changed it, because who knows how many things they've changed since we have been with you last. Plane in the foreground is an Airbus A320, which has just come out of the hangar. And here goes a plane taking off. Let's see what this is. And there it goes into the ether. So Sending Dragon says the de-icing is down past Terminal E on the east side. DFW not known for maintaining icing well, however. And a Beaker and Honeydew said that 787 is brand new for American Airlines. I didn't even check to see its date of birth. But yeah, it's plane entered the fleet back in November. So it's on its way to Terminal D, the international terminal. So Ken Boschwich describing his winter garb. I'll wear 3 shirts, a sweatshirt, a winter jacket, pants, snow pants, hat, and gloves. Spend a lot of time in the bitter cold. Brandon says Japan Airlines Flight 12 from Haneda Airport in Tokyo is down in 33 minutes at 8350-1000. It's possible we won't make it that long, depending on the condition. We're going to try. But again, this is kind of a, as I described it earlier, a proof of life broadcast for us here at Founders Plaza. Just to say, Founders Plaza is open. We said we'd be here when it opens. It opened today, sometime, maybe even late last night, I don't know. But I think we're first to bring you a live broadcast from the newly reopened Founders Plaza. Linda Kavinsky is joining us from Chicagoland. Good morning from work. 9 degrees below Fahrenheit in Chicagoland. Whoa. I am not complaining. We are right here as I get my watch back in gear. It's about the same temperature as it was last night when we were at Founders Plaza at Dallas Love Field. It seems like only yesterday we were there. 50 degrees, wind out of the east at 8 miles an hour. We're in North Flow. And it's gone. So as you can see, kind of a miserable day here, although Ken Boschwitz is saying negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit where he is. So this is rather balmy conditions here. Frank C72, hello Walt, good to be back at the plaza. Stay dry and warm this weekend. And once again, well, first of all, it's just after 7 o'clock when we were supposed to come on the air. And so, yes, we are back at Founders Plaza here at DFW International Airport. Founders Plaza has been closed for about 3 months now. But now it's open again. And there's only, that I can see, one other vehicle here. And I think they're sitting in their car, which is a common thing here. People come to just kind of chill and hang out. Sometimes they're limo drivers waiting for their next fare over at the airport. Can be workers in the neighborhood who want to grab a lunch and just sit here and watch the planes. So and parking is free. Although they didn't see it, I don't think they increased any of the parking here, which is a problem on very busy days. We can run out of parking occasionally, but right now just 2 cars here. So if you're in the neighborhood, come on down and check it out. Rich Carlisle from up there in Indiana. Great to see you back at DFW. Thanks for joining us here this morning. Contact departures, no place like home. Walt, the plaza. Mike Reef says it's 7 degrees in Indiana. The wind chill is negative 10. That's Fahrenheit, of course. Stay warm, everyone. Ugh, winter weather. I am not a fan of winter weather. Just Plains Crazy says, good morning. Hope to be heading over to Founders in a few. And I should be keeping more of a track on the incoming flights, because we just had another arrival of a wide-body jet. That is Flight 102 from Honolulu, 777-200. And if our jingle singers were with us this morning, and they're not, they're warm in the car, they'd be singing the year 1999, because that's a 26-year-old aircraft that just shuttled those passengers from the Aloha State. I'm sure they'd rather be there now than here. But at least they're getting in before the winter storm kicks in, because I would imagine there are going to be a lot of delays here at DFW Airport over the next few days. Ken Marcus Wang says, good morning, Walt. Great being back at Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. It is indeed. Mario B67, good day, Walt. It's midnight Saturday in Melbourne. It's going to be 43 degrees Celsius today, and from my knowledge of Celsius, that's mighty warm. Kenneth White, a good hooray, back to DFW. Hello, Walt, and everyone from Detroit City, where we have 2 degrees Fahrenheit. Keith PDX, hopefully the storm is not as bad as predicted. Well, you know, they do tend to make predictions. They try to be conservative, I think, about making sure you know that things might be bad so that you don't get caught flat-footed. This is Flight 2342 that just touched down from San Antonio, Texas, a 737-800 American Airlines. They've got an American Airlines CRJ 900 coming in from Corpus Christi, about to emerge from the muck down there at the end of 36 left. We're looking south here. There it is. Coming in from Corpus Christi, Texas. Flight 5257 American Eagle. And yeah, this is the view we're getting this morning. If I sound a little different, it's most of it is down to the fact that we're not using our regular headset today. I don't have headphones, so my ears are getting cold. I'm going to get myself a little bit of a something else to cover up some of our gear here. So, well, I guess I won't be off mic because my mic will follow me. I think you'll be able to hear me as I walk around. I'm just back at the car now, seeing if I can get something to cover up our switching device so it doesn't get too moist. You can see there's some water droplets on our behind the scenes camera, which is okay because that is our only waterproof camera. So let's see, we'll give you a little wipe off here. This is the camera we took snorkeling with us in Cayman Islands, so it's good with the weather. Cyclonus 743 says, "Hey Walt, it's a balmy 30 degrees here in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Hell of a day to reopen Founders Plaza." Yeah. Not the best. There's a look down at Terminal D. It is foggy today, Aviation Geek, that's for sure. Optimistic Mountain Landscape. I'm supposed to participate in the Tucson Senior Olympic Festival in track and field tomorrow. The high for tomorrow, 55 degrees with rain. So do you do track and field in the rain? I don't know how that works. Rohit Parkal with one of his patented word salads. Fun fact, in Jamaica, a slice of pie is $3. In Bermuda, it's $3.50. In the Bahamas, it's $4. Those are the pie rates of the Caribbean. Sean Bramlett says, what about the new terminal? Terminal F? Really, I don't know that we can see it from here. Well, yeah, we can see it. I don't know what we can make of it, but that is Terminal F there in all of its under construction glory. Supposed to open, is it next year or this year? I've lost track. Jeff wants to see the Qantas A380 come in today. Regrettably, we will not be here for that event. We caught inadvertently there the takeoff of American 2421 to Las Vegas. So can we pick it up here? There it is. That's kind of the most interesting thing we can see. There's Michelle RS. Hello, Michelle. Ooh, I want a piece of apple pie now. I'll be wanting a coffee or a hot chocolate or something once we get done with this extravaganza. And again, this will not be one of our longest streams. Just across the way from us here, we've got this plane which is parked. This is Flight 102, which came in from Honolulu, the 777-200. It's just parked at the top end of runway. Well, it moved over to an apron there. It came in on 36 left, and I guess it's waiting for a gate. Those poor people. They left just about 7 hours ago. They left Honolulu on that 20th century 777. So for whatever reason, they are stuck. Now we are down to minimal equipment here at our location. Did I see Gerard in here? So Josh says the terminal left coming along nicely. Okay, here's the thing. We're on a configuration here. And I think, yes, you're only getting the right side. And I apologize for that. But it's a factor of the input from our wireless microphone is stereo, and I guess or is mono, and it's a stereo input. I'm not sure. I didn't have a chance to test it out. I just knew we couldn't plug in all of our regular stuff. So yes, you are correct. We're probably only getting one channel of audio this morning. So we don't have our regular setup by any means. Another car or a truck pulling in to the area here. Jolo Smith, any idea what they did to the plaza? Hopefully they fixed the plumbing to make the planes spray again. Oh, yeah, that's there's a memorial there where there's a large model airplane where you can have water splash on it if you push the button, and that hasn't worked for a while, and I don't know if they fixed that or not. Penn says I'm flying to Tokyo next month. That's going to be exciting. Yeah, the problem is, Dooney Dunn, we don't have an audio board today. I'm mixing it directly I'm mixing this audio directly in this little gizmo here, which sends our signal out to the world. Hey, what are you doing here? It's Texas Girl has stopped by. I thought you were supposed to be on vacation.
Yeah, I got an appointment at 8 o'clock. When I seen your
Appointment at 8 o'clock.
Oh my God, it's open! What? Ah!
So look, there.
Hey
Say hello.
guys.
There's Texas Girl. Somebody was asking about you before, earlier in the show. So there she is.
Here I am. Oh my God, Walt!
So,
Look at it.
I know.
The fence is still up.
I know.
Look at all the leaves.
So do you want to tell people where you're going? You don't have to.
Okay, so guys, I'm heading for Galveston.
Galveston.
I got a hair appointment first. I'm leaving at 11, going to Galveston. I'm gonna spend 2 nights in Galveston. Then I'm jumping on a cruise ship for 7 nights.
Well, 7 nights. This is the perfect time to leave.
I know, right? But
You're going to miss all this weather.
I know, but I do have internet on the ship, so when he goes live, if he does, then I will be on there sending
Okay.
messages.
So nice. It's nice of you to think of us. Well, glad you could stop by.
Yeah, it's cool.
Especially since I'm not going to be here too much longer, I don't think.
Yeah, no, you really shouldn't be out here. You can get sick again. Well,
Yeah.
you're gonna end up with bronchitis.
Ah. Let's see what's going on. There's a plane in the sky. We can't see it because
Who's that?
there's a big plane over here.
Who's that?
When it goes up, you can't see it. Why, I see a 747. Is it? I'm not sure. I can't tell yet. No, it's a Cargo Lux.
Oh, it's coming over here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cargo Lux Flight 287, just touching down from Anchorage.
oh my gosh. Now he's coming over here.
Well, I don't know if he's coming over here or going down to the other cargo area.
Well, you know they down them other planes.
Yes.
For you at UPS.
Yes. Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
That we've got an Atlas Air. Well, we've got an Atlas Air over here in UPS, but I think this may be going to the regular
Right.
other cargo spot.
So are you gonna spend the night out here?
No.
No.
I'm going back. Well,
We talked about it last night.
yeah, I've got. Well, I was talking about coming to a hotel here last night,
Oh,
so I could
okay.
be here this morning, but instead I just went home.
Yeah, they're saying that the roads aren't supposed to get bad till today.
Yeah. Well.
But that's why I'm leaving today and not tomorrow. Even me being the driver, I'm not even going to chance that.
So we don't see on the radar that probably a super cargo master there on the right with that 747-8 in the background. The 9-year-old 747.
Well, at least you got out here for a little bit, you know.
A little bit, yep.
Yeah.
Got here at 6 a.m. and it was wide open.
Still wide open.
Yeah.
There's only one car here. Oh, wait till people get. I know I turned the corner up here. I was like, oh my God, the signs are gone.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God, this is so cool.
So yes, that was a super cargo master we saw right there. And our singers would tell you that that plane came from the year 1987. But they're not with us today.
So they still got the tables out there. Lawn still looks the same.
Huh?
Look at the grass still looks the same.
Everything looks the same. Well, they've evened things out over here, but they've reduced the level of, because you can see
Oh yeah.
that thing sticking out of the ground, which used to be kind of level with it.
Well, they kept us out of here that long just to do that. Let's die hard.
Rohit Prakal says, I'm flying to Singapore, Jakarta, and Delhi next week. That's That's a big trip. I hope.
All right, Walton, I'm gonna go.
Okay, well, there's
Safe travels going home.
thank you. Have a great vacation.
I will.
Thank you. And
We'll see you later.
okay. Well,
Good to see you out here again.
yeah, it's good to be here.
Right. This is your home turf.
Pretty much. Let's see here. What can we show you? Yeah. Okay. So long. There goes Texas girl. So long. Have a great trip. The singers are resting their voices. I heard the jingle in my head, Keith said. Yeah, well, the thing is, we don't have that that gear set up to bring you the. Let's see if we can get you a takeoff here, shall we? It's a Max 8. Daniel Slack saying hello to everyone in the UK. Roger Knott says, I think Brandon used to fly to Gatwick to DFW years ago with an Emirates flight number. Excuse me. I'm trying to keep our screens free of moisture. Let's see if we can get you another liftoff here. Well, not that one. That was a CRJ 701ER off to Austin, which went straight up. We didn't have much of a chance to see it. I hear it overhead. Let's see, I'm going to wait for we got another CRJ about to take off. I don't think we're going to see much of that either. So let's go back to our default. Well, now let's see. We can now bring you a view of the West Tower, which we weren't able to see when we arrived. So we got a little more ceiling. And now an update on the flight from Honolulu. Still sitting over there at the top end of the 3.6s. So we got American flight 1836 to San Antonio, Texas, a 737-800, which I think we should be able to see. I don't think it'll have as vertical a flight path as those CRJs. When you see things bouncing around there, it's me wiping off moisture from our gear here. If you are just joining us, we are back at DFW Airport after a more than 3-month hiatus from Founders Plaza. We did have one sojourn over to the east side of the airport with a penthouse view. I think that was in November. That's it for that. Tilt down to the lonesome 777, still without a place to park, I guess. I mean, I don't see any emergency vehicles over there, so I don't think there's like a security issue or anything. I see Japan Airlines Flight 12, the A350-1000, circling towards us. But before that, we're going to see American Flight 8 from Brisbane, the 787-9 Dreamliner, which I believe is the longest flight that American operates from here. So we're going to point our camera in that direction. It's going to be, we'll just see it come out of the clouds, I guess, from this general direction. Welcome to you if you're just joining us. This is Runway DFW live from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport Founders Plaza, which this is the first day of its reopening. The skies are brightening here a little bit, as you can see, but it is rainy. It is not great conditions. So I think Japan Airlines will be our last flight of the morning, and then I'll get to packing up and head to work. And when I say work, I mean my real job. Well, this is my real job, really. But the job that pays me for a 40-hour week. So we're waiting on the flight now from Brisbane. Eaglehead, flight coming in from Australia, yes indeed. Thank you to our moderator, Beaker and Honeydew, for being here with us this morning, along with, let's see, Gerard was here. I'm sorry if I missed any moderators. Oh, Josh Aldrich is here. I'm sniffling. The Brisbane flight is now, we should be seeing it just any second now. Flight 8, 787-9 Dreamliner, left the land down under 13 hours and 41 minutes ago. This is another new plane, well, new as of last February, so it's almost a year old. Flight Radar 24 classifies it as brand new if it's less than a year old. Excuse me. And Well, this plane is almost here. There it is. We're in North Flow today, so planes are landing very far away from us, and even on a good day, it's hard to see them clearly. And today, of course, not a clear day. That flight from Honolulu is now making its way to the terminal, so finally they got a gate, I guess. So I've got an American Eagle Embraer 175 coming in after this plane here on 36 left. That's all we see of that. Here's the flight from Brisbane, headed over to Terminal D. So next up, our next contestant here, going to be this flight 3566 from Monterey, American Eagle, Embraer 175. And then, well, let's watch this instead. More fun to watch the planes taking off. So here comes a flight from Monterey. Not the one on the ground there, but the one in the air. The one on the ground appears to be flight 13. That just came out of the hangar. That one on plane on the left. The one that's landing is the one from Monterey, Mexico. And we're going to set our sights now on Japan Airlines flight number 12 from Haneda Airport in Tokyo. And once that lands, I think we're done for our welcome back to Founders Plaza broadcast. Steve Lendaby says, great to see you back at Founders Plaza. Now the force is back in line. Thank you, Steve. The airport is waking up. I see Luke, the random spotter, in there as well. Hello, Luke. Luke said he tried to pop in this morning, if he could. Here comes the big jet. It's a Airbus A350-1000. It left Haneda Airport just a little over 11 hours ago. This plane just about on time. Scheduled to land at 7:35, so 2 minutes late. Pretty punctual, I'd say. And it left Tokyo about a half hour behind schedule, so it made up a little time on its trans-Pacific journey. Definitely feels like it's starting to get colder out here. When we got here, it was about 50 degrees. My watch says it's 48 now. One more departure. So I guess this kind of amounts to a little bit of the aviation equivalent of a Whitman's sampler of what's in store for us now that we've got access again to DFW Airport. Founders Plaza is open again. It's a great place to watch planes. A little hard to find unless you know where it is, but you can find it on the map. It's on the northwest side of DFW Airport is where we are. But where we're not going to be for very much longer because we do have to take our leave in order to preserve the integrity of our equipment. So, let's see. And Kevin Ottershaw, yes, we are open again. It has been a short show. We haven't been on the air for very long. Little less than an hour, I guess, altogether. But I did want to, we had promised to be here when Founders Plaza reopened, and we kept our promise. Excuse me. We've been looking forward to this day for quite a while, but our portion of it must draw to a close. We'll be back. Probably not for a few days because, again, the winter storm is coming. I can almost feel it right now. And the roads between where I live, which is 50 miles that way, and here are going to be just terrible if the forecasts are correct. So it may be midweek next week before we can come to you again. Now, we may come to you with a little snow show from where I live, out in the rural area north of Dallas, if we get some good snow. So you can set your alarm bells for that and see what happens. But I think for us that's going to be it for now. We will leave you with a shot of some UPS planes, I guess, before we go. So let me dial that up here, because those are the closest planes to us. And we have, unfortunately, again, no music for you today, no big send-off, just my sincere thanks for watching Runway DFW, for getting up early with us, or mid-afternoon, or whatever time it is where you are. If you're in the path of the winter storm, stay safe. Don't drive around if you don't have to. And get your supplies today, because this is going to be your last chance. We've already stocked up, and when we went to the grocery, supplies were getting short because people panic buy here in the areas which don't get a lot of snow. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'm rambling on. I've got to go do my other job now. I don't know if I'm going to go to a Starbucks and camp out for a little while, or if I'm just going to go straight home. But anyway, that's our little back to Founders Plaza show. Thanks again for watching. Oh, my blanket has fallen on the ground. Thanks again for watching. We will see you soon on Runway DFW. And we'd like to thank MXC4 Life with a Canadian $10 super chat. Walt, keep doing what you're doing. Thank you for that very much. Imagine that there's music here, which is what we normally do. Oh boy, Bill called him. I'm afraid of that as well where we live. Yes, a big thanks to our mods and to James Webb, our channel sponsor. There, Beaker and Honeydew providing you with the musical accompaniment for this morning. Insert forbidden song here. We'll have that again. Hey, wait a minute, I know that person. Thank you, Josh. Thanks, Ms. Wolves 13, you too. Brandon Rabbit, good to see you here. Daryl Ann Monroe from down in South Africa, thank you.